Hello and welcome to another daily practice material video. This is DPM 10. We're discussing an RC here. The RC goes like this. The human eye is a sophisticated instrument. Images enter through a curved lens at the front of the sphere and passes through its gooey vitreous liquid before reaching the light sensitive retina, which relays the signal to the optic nerve that carries the picture to the brain. Okay, so the passage is talking about human eye, which is a sophisticated instrument in which image enters through a curved lens at the front of the sphere and it passes through the liquid in it before it reaches the light sensitive retina. Retina in its turn relays the signal to the optic nerve that carries the picture to the brain, and that's how we see. Engineers have attempted to replicate the structure for about a decade. So engineers have tried to produce this human eye artificially and to replicate the structure for decades now. Now, a new artificial eye successfully mimics the natural instrument's spherical shape. Researchers hope this achievement could lead to sharper robotic vision in prosthetic devices. A paper on the development was published on Wednesday in Nature. Okay, so engineers have tried to replicate this structure for years, but now there is some hope because they have produced this new artificial eye which successfully mimics the natural instrument's spherical shape. Natural instrument matlab eye spherical shape, and researchers hope that this achievement means the invention of this artificial eye could lead to sharper robotic vision and could also enhance the capability of prosthetic devices. And for the same, a paper was published in Nature on Wednesday. The research built on the fact that perovskite, maybe this is some element, what is it? A conductive and light sensitive material used in solar cells can be used to create extremely thin nanowires several thousandths of a milliliter in length. These wires mimic the structure of the eye's long, thin photoreceptor cells. Okay, so this research, this artificial eye is based on this element called peroxide. Okay, whatever the pronunciation may be. It is based on this element starting with P, which is a conductive and light sensitive material which is used in solar cell, which is so malleable that it can be created into extremely thin wires of several thousands of milliliter in length, which can act similar to the thin photoreceptor cells in the actual eye, says study co-author Xiong Fan. Who is saying this? It is said by Xiong Fan, an electronic and computer engineer at the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. But the difficulty is, how can we fabricate an array of the nanowires in a hemispherical substance to form this hemispherical retina? But the question here remains is, the difficulty is that how can we fit these nanowires in a hemispherical substance or substrate similar to hemispherical retina? Who adds? This scientist Fan adds, constructing a curved retina is important because light only hits it after passing through a curved lens. Okay, when you try to image something, the image that forms, so the problem here is that you can only the image can only be formed after it passes some curved lens, some curved structure. When you try to image something, the image that forms after the lens is actually curved, says Hengrui Yang, an electrical engineer at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. So after reading all of this, we have realized that the curved structure of an eye is necessary. Okay, so that is the problem. How do we produce a curved structure, and that too by embedding these wires in it, this peroxide wire in it? That is the problem. Who reviewed the newspaper was not directly involved in the work. Okay, he reviewed the newspaper. He was not directly involved in the work. Who was not? This Hongrui Yang. If you have a flat sensor, then the image cannot be focused very sharply. The retina is curved, but electronic light centers are rigid and flat. Okay, the image would not form properly if the retina is flat. So it has to be It has to be curved like the actual retina. Okay, to solve the problem, Fan and his colleague deformed soft aluminium foil into hemispherical shape. Then they created the metal with electromagnetic process that converted it into a insulator called aluminium oxide. So what they did is, to solve this problem, they took this soft aluminium foil and they deformed it, and then they treated this metal extracted out of this aluminium foil with some electrochemical process that converted it into a insulator, which was called aluminium oxide. Correct. This process also left the material studded with nanoscale pores. Why these pores? So thus these wires, these peroxide wire could be embedded in it. These pores would help in that. As a result, the researchers were left with a curved hemisphere that had a convenient densely clustered holes in which they could grow peroxide nanowires. Okay, let's move on to the next paragraph. Once they had their curved retina, the scientists incorporated it into an artificial eye that included a curved lens at the front. So once they had built this retina, once they figured out how they could produce some alternative for those natural photoreceptors. So they had that peroxide wires. Then they were finding it difficult how to produce that curved lens. Then what they did is they took this aluminium foil, they electrochemically processed it, and they produced an insulator called aluminium oxide, which had various holes. So thus they could embed these wires into this. So now they have their final product, this artificial retina, which they fitted into their artificial eye. Inspired by the specialized liquid in real eye, the team filled its biomimetic version. Okay, so this eye is a biomimetic version with an ionic liquid, a type of liquid salt in which charged particles can move. So after doing this, after producing this retina, they also filled the void in this eye, this biomimetic eye, with a liquid similar to the one found in a real eye. Which is this liquid? This is the ionic liquid. Ionic liquid is a type of liquid salt in which charged particles can move. Okay, one very important component inside is the cavity. One very important component inside is in the cavity. We filled the ionic liquids. Okay, so this is a very important component. The cavity, the space has to be filled with this liquid, which they filled it with. Fan says once these nanowires generate charge, the charge will be exchanged with some ions. So these nanowires, which are these nanowires? Okay, these peroxide wires, once they start generating charges. They'll need some what do we call it? Conductor. So these ions act as a conductor through which these charges can pass. This electrical exchange allows the peroxide nanowires to perform the electrochemical function of detecting light and sending that signal to external image processing electronics. So these ions, by helping them to transfer currents from each other, they would help them in sending signal to external images processing electronics. Okay, right. When the team tested the artificial eye, it managed to process patterns of light in as little as 19 milliseconds, half the time required by a human eye. So it is faster in processing the patterns of light. It took half the time. So maybe human eye takes 38 milliseconds. The artificial eye only took 19 minutes. So that is a very good progress. In that sense, the artificial eye overperformed the natural eye, and it produces images that had greater contrast and clearer edges than those generated by a flat image sensor with similar number of pixels. So it produced better quality images as well. So in all the aspects, this was better. In some ways, the artificial eye improved on natural vision. Okay, it improved on natural vision, as I said earlier. It was in some context, or maybe say in all the context, the artificial version performed better than the natural vision. It could pick up greater range of wavelength and lacked a blind spot. Okay, so maybe the natural eye has some blind spot, but this artificial version did not had a blind spot. It could pick up a greater range of wavelength. Fan hopes to work with medical researchers to build prosthetic devices based on his team's design. Okay, so now they have this artificial eye. They are hoping to implicate it in prosthetic designs. Okay, they could use it in the prosthetic devices. Let's move on to the question. Which of the following is true about the fabrication of the biomimetic version of the eye? Okay, it uses a hemispherical foil coated with aluminium oxide. No, it was melted to turn into aluminium oxide. Okay, this foil was chemically processed to become aluminium oxide. It wasn't coated. So this is not my answer. Peroxide nanowire act as a photoreceptor cell generating charge from the light signal. Yes, this is true. I'll cite from the passage where I found this. Let's read the other option. Peroxide nanowires can produce charge only when immersed in a liquid salt? No, they would produce charge irrespective of that. In order to exchange these charges, they require this ion, they require this salt. So this is also wrong. Nanoscale pores in aluminium foil assist in the generation of, okay, nanoscale pores in aluminium foil assist in the generation of peroxide nanowire? No, these pores help them to embed them in this foil, in this liquid. So they did not they did not generate the peroxide nanowire. This is also wrong. So anyways, after elimination, this is my answer. But let's just go back to the passage and find out how this is relevant. Okay. Which relays? Okay, engineers have attempted. No. Let me just remove all these. Okay, these wires mimic the structure of the eye's long, thin photoreceptor cells. Okay, if they mimic the structure of the eye's photoreceptor cells, means they can they act as a photoreceptor cell, which is exactly what is said in this option. That peroxide nanowire act as a photoreceptor cell generating charges from the light signal. Hence, B is my correct option. The function of the ionic liquid in the biomimetic version of the eye is to create the charge needed. No, the charge would be created by a wire only. We need this ionic liquid to exchange it. Nanowire to perform the electrochemical function of detecting light. No. Generate signals in external image processing electron based on electric exchanges inside peroxide nanowire. Okay, generate signals. I have a little problem with this. Let's keep this. Fill the cavity where the peroxide nanowires can be grown. Can be grown? No. To perform their photoreceptor function, the wires are already grown and embedded in it. They cannot be grown here. Transfer the electric charge generated by peroxide. Now, this is exactly what these ionic liquids are for. Correct? This is precisely mentioned here. This electric. Okay. So, by a vision within which the charge particle can move. Okay, once these nanowires generate charges, the charge will be exchanged with some ions. That is why we need this liquid ion, which is exactly said in the D. Our correct answer is D. Our correct answer therefore is D. Okay, which of the following cannot be inferred from the last para of the passage? Okay, what does the last para says? This talks about how the artificial eye is more efficient than the human eye. Let's read the option. The natural eye has a blind spot in its field vision. Yes, we can infer it because it says that the artificial eye performed somehow better. It lagged the blind spot. This implies that the natural eye has a blind spot. So this is true. The natural eye image has lower contrast and less clearer edge than that of the artificial eyes. Okay. Let's keep this. The natural eye cannot process the range of wavelength that the artificial eyes processes. Okay. It could pick up greater range of wavelength. So we can say that yes, the natural eye cannot process the range of wavelength that the artificial eye can. The human eye is slower than prosthetic eye in processing pattern of light. Yes, we learned that it does it in half the time. It took only 19 milliseconds, whereas the human eye takes 38 seconds. So this is also true. I could find all of these in the passage, but this. Hence this is my correct option. B is my correct option. It cannot be inferred from the last para of the passage. The problem created by rigid and flat electronic light sensor while mimicking the functioning of the natural eye is that they do not replicate the functioning of the retina, which is curved. Okay, this could be it. They do not replicate the functioning. They do replicate it, but they are not the best. They are not the most efficient technique. They cannot be used to grow peroxide nanowires. Even the natural retina cannot be used to grow the peroxide nanowire. This is wrong. The image formed after passing through the lens is curved. Okay. If the image is curved, then what is the problem? Okay, we are looking for the problem. If the image is already curved, then what is the problem? The problem is that these rigid and flat electronic light sensors do not produce the curved image which is required. They need to be hemispherical to fabricate nanowires. Do they need to be hemispherical? No. The problem was with the material used, and they changed the material by that chemical process and made it eligible to that fabricate nanowire. So this is also wrong. Only this stands out. Hence B is my no. Wait. Okay, only A is correctly mentioning what the problem with these light sensors was. Hence A is my correct option. So that was the video, guys. I'll see you in the next daily practice material video, and we'll solve another one of these questions. Okay.